Hello there. So today I want to talk about food stamps. I'm hearing for years now people are saying, if I don't get food stamps, we have to pay for it anyways, and other people are going to get it who just bums hanging around the streets, they don't have a job, they're just whatever it is. And I may as well get from it because they're taking money from me for it. It's better that I get it rather than only they get it. And my problem with this argument is food stamps is a socialist program. We as Americans should be doing everything possible to not be part of socialist programs. That's what I think. As far as I'm concerned, a socialist program is hurting us more than helping us. And if we all tried to get rid of it and we all took a stance and decided tomorrow, let's say, we all decided no more food stamps, we're not spending food stamps, we're wanting to get rid of food stamps and we can get votes or whatever it is to sort it out. I'm sure there's a way we can get this sorted out in the courts to actually pass that we won't have food stamps anymore. It may be it's a whole process, whatever it is, but I think it's a worthy process, something worthwhile to do for us because I believe that it's hurting us more than helping us. It's taking money from us who can't afford to actually lose money. We need every penny we can get to pay for our kids, to pay for whatever our minimums are. We need to pay for, and the government's deciding we're just going to take your money that you may need and just give it to other people because we're socialists, but we're America, and we're not really socialists, but we are socialists. And it's like, yeah, this is socialism. This is actual evil, and this is something that people I don't think they're realizing. I'm not saying that these people don't have a spine, that they don't have integrity or anything like that, but I just don't think they realize like they're actually making up excuses for socialism without realizing that's what they're doing. And this I think is bad, and we need to fight against this one way or another. There's no way around what this is. This is socialism. I do think that, for example, I have a business, let's say. Okay, my business, I'd like to be able to pay all my workers as much as I'd like to be able to, whatever it is. I have this amount in mind. I think this is a fair wage to pay my workers. I want to pay it to them. The government comes and they say, well, you also got to pay taxes for social programs and Medicare and food stamps and all these things. You got to pay all those taxes, okay? And we got to do all that. Whatever my taxes are paying for, it should be for something. The question is, should my taxes be paying for other people's schooling? Should my taxes be paying for other people's food? Can I afford to pay for other people's food? I got workers to pay, and I need help, and I can't even get the help for my business as much as I'd like because maybe I can only pay the amount I can pay now because I'm paying all those taxes, and the people aren't going to want to work for me for the amount I can actually afford to pay, where I could afford more if they weren't taking that much more away from me. So they're hurting me. That's what they're doing. And we have all these people out there just saying, the food stamps are going to other people anyways. We may as well. I don't hear anyone taking a stand saying we got to put our foot down and actually decide to be against this and actually try to get more of this money into the economy. Maybe I'd like to see the conservatives on the right. I hear them saying how they're against the public school system. I don't see the conservatives actually saying, let's make a strike against public schools and actually try getting rid of public schools and actually better with private schools. I'd be all for that. I'd be all for these things. But I don't even hear anyone talking about this. The only one I know talking about this is me. But anyhow, that's my thing with the food stamps. The food stamps, we got to actually, I think, get rid of it one way or another. Perhaps, maybe, as far as I know, we all pay the taxes that go for it. So if that's the case, maybe it would be helpful to say, like, maybe someone making this amount of money, let's say I'm making lower amount, I'm in the lower bracket, so maybe someone in a higher bracket should pay for whatever we can afford to pay for the food stamps, and that would be it. And for the lower people that can't afford to actually lose their money, don't take the money from them. And that would actually free up more money for them, at least, to have more money so they can actually make it better. And they're not losing more because these people are making only as much as they're making. It honestly would probably be better to not take it from anybody, the higher brackets, because the lower people are making the money from the higher people. So you're hurting the higher people, but not hurting the lower people. Kind of doesn't make sense. If anything, don't do the higher. Whatever the system is, I'm not here to implement systems. I'm just saying there's got to be something we can do to minimize this and then essentially get rid of it. And if we find we can't get rid of it because people are going to be starving to death or whatever it is, if we get rid of it, then okay, we'll have as minimal as possible to prevent that from happening. I don't think that's likely. I think if we as a society decide we're going to forward as much charities as possible, there are a lot of charities out there. Let's say we need more charities, do that. Leave it up to our freedom to sort these things out, though. Do not be a dictator over us and have the government decide we are going to take your money because we have to pay for these things that is not our place to do, but we're going to do it anyways, and we're going to call it something nice like food stamps. That's going to be something to help you while hurting you. Okay, we got to draw the line and actually take a stance and actually try fighting against this stuff, because all this is against the American dream, and we need to be as much as possible for freedom, for the American dream. Anyhow, that's all I got for that. Like, subscribe, share. Join me on my Facebook group, America and Values. All the best. Thanks for watching.